Gonzalo. I'm good. How are you, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Well, kind of the same question I ask after every one of these preseason games. What were you hoping to see, and did you see it?
Well, first of all, no injuries, which is good to see, no injuries. Then the development of the fitness side, we're building the robustness that we want to build. We face a team that is already in season, and they are already in rhythm, and they were physically very demanding. So we are happy with the fitness outcome. And obviously the behaviors we want to continue to see. Try to be on the front foot, try to play out from the back, trying to be at times we tried to press and we were rewarded. We were broken. So there are some things that we need to fix, but it's positive to see this response from the team. So I'm very happy about some of the reactions and the behaviors I saw.
Using Jake Mulraney as kind of an attacking midfielder instead of a winger, which is how he's been used the first two seasons, was that by choice today, or was that by necessity because of injuries? Why was that, and how do you think it worked?
Yeah, it was just basically a decision based on the characteristics that we wanted for Jake to play. I think it worked out because he scored the goal, because he created a few chances on the break. Once we found him, he's a clever player inside. So I think that was good. I think that was good to see. Obviously, we had to be cautious with him and Macho because they're coming back from some, activities like Jake was looking for visas, and Macho coming back from international duties.
And when Marcelino Moreno didn't appear in the first game, we were told that he'd just been stepped on and that he would return soon, but now it's been 2 weeks. Can you provide an update on him and Brooks Lynn and Santiago Sosa?
Yes, I mean, it's just probably a day-to-day. It's just, again, Marcelino is under pain, and we don't want to continue him having pain when he's training. I don't think it's not worth it. So we are trying to look at, providing the right fitness exercises for him. But until he's not painless, then, we don't want to risk anything with him. Santi's continuing his rehab. He's doing well. And the same with Brooks. Both are continuing his rehab, and they have different timelines, but both are progressing very well.
Gonzalo, buenas tardes, con Felipe. How are you?
Very good, Felipe. Thank you.
Question: you've talked a lot about the fitness and the progression in that area. The tactics you want to see, the behaviors you want to see. Is there anything off the field that you're hoping to take away from this time in Mexico as far as the group goes?
Yes, of course. I mean, just being together for probably 2 weeks. I want the players to know each other, to have some activities off the field, so they kind of understand each other better. They have, that good knowledge of the teammates, some camaraderie there, and it's the best way. So I think on that regard, we're doing great. The players are knowing each other. They're integrating. They are creating their own culture in the locker room. So that's good. That's good to see those things.
Are you seeing specific, like an improvement in chemistry from some key players, for instance, Luis and Joseph, or Mateos and Luis, and vice versa? Are you seeing those sort of associations that you think should be better in the attacking phase of the field? Is the chemistry improving in your opinion?
Well, it's hard to say. For example, Joseph was probably out the first 2 weeks. He just came back to us in 2 days. So he hasn't seen a lot of what we've been doing. The same with Ronald, the same with Miles. So it still is going to take time, right? But I saw some good things, some good movements, some connections there. I mean, the goal that we scored in the second period, it came out of something that we've been working. So I'm pleased with that. So again, the chemistry will come with time. It is not magic. So probably we will need a little bit more time together. It wasn't ideal not having many key players outside just because of international duties or visas or stuff like that. So it's going to take time, but I think we're going in the right path.
Hey, it's Marcel Puta, Sports Inquirer. Alex DeJean went a full 90 minutes. Was that intentional, or Did you want to see something from him today, or just because the injuries and other factors that he went the full 90? What did you see from him?
Yeah, it was probably out of necessity. It was obviously we have a few injuries and otherwise, I mean, we didn't really want to push Miles because he played 290s and his return and the flights and many things. So we really felt that it wasn't needed to put Miles in risk. So we decided like Alex was a bit fit and he could handle 30 more minutes playing on the back. So yeah, it's not ideal, but he did great.
And Coach, can you provide an update on Eric Lopez and Jurgen Dahm and their statuses with the club?
Oh, those remain the same as we're already informed. Those status remain the same though.
Okay.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
two more if you don't mind.
Go ahead,
Quickly, Gonzalo, have you been told when you will have Thiago Almada in camp? Is there a date that you're expecting him to be in Atlanta?
No, not specifically, not a specific date. I think, again, I know they are working very hard trying to bring players into the club. So I don't have any updates on that. Probably, Carlos and Darren, they know more than me. I just try to, work with what I have. But I'm confident that we're going to get, some reinforcements.
And then finally, just for me, I'm just curious, this is kind of out of the blue, but when you think about last season, when you were officially on the touchline, is there a performance that you point to as the best performance of the team in 2021? Is there a game that you think and you can look to and say, this is when we did everything right?
Well, no, I think it's very hard to say that. I think there were a few games where we were very good. I mean, I really liked DC United's game at home because it was very intense. They pressed us high and we were able to break their pressure at times. So, but here and there are different moments, different parts of the season. So you judge every game as it comes. We had a few good performances, 1-4-0 against Cincinnati at home, but like every game is different. Every game has his nuances. And for example, the reaction in Cincinnati in the last game where we were losing and then we came back and we won 2-1. I felt that was a great reaction from us. And, like for me, it's that is important.
Thank
I
you.
have one. Marcel Purdue Sports Inquirer once again. How important is this training camp for the younger guys, especially like a Caleb Wiley and guys like that and Wolff and Conway? You getting an extended time to see them in this period and their potential to be on the first team on a more consistent basis?
Yes, Marcel, I think that's a great question because again, kudos to the academies. They're producing a lot of good players, talented players. We're very happy with what we've seen here. I mean, Tyler Wolff did a great job today. Caleb, he just came back from the national team and he's doing great. Aiden McFadden, he's doing also very good. Noah Cobb is doing very good. Today he played as a center mid and he did great. And even Matchup Chol, he did also a very good job. So it's good for the integration and also see them in a different environment, see them against more experienced teams where, Celaya was doing a good job at, make it difficult, key fouls, wasting time at times, playing long balls, playing different style that we normally see in MLS. So it's good to see that as a test for our young players.